Hello, my beautifully exhausted babes. Welcome back to Aren't You Exhausted? Your home for the hottest, messiest, and sometimes downright baffling internet drama, served with a side of wit and wisdom. Today we're talking about Wheelchair Rapunzel, or as the internet knows her, as Alex Dacy. If you haven't heard of her, buckle up, because this one's a roller coaster of advocacy, motherhood, abuse allegations, and some seriously messy legal and financial drama. For those of you unfamiliar with who Alex is, this may be your first introduction to her. Alex Dacy is a Chicago native who has been displaced in Florida. She's a content creator who's been turning heads for years with her unapologetic disability advocacy and body positivity. She is living with SMA type 2. This is a rare condition that weakens her muscles, and Alex uses her platforms on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram to smash stereotypes and push for better disabled representation in media.
This is not sponsored by High Noon, but the only reason I bought this product is because I saw a bunch of frat boys buying it, so I'm like, I'm gonna buy it then, because that must be really cool. And disabled people are. If we were at a bar, I would be playing Magic.
And no one could.
I would be playing Magic. Let's hear the word skeleton. They'd be like, baby, what do you want to drink tonight? I'd be like,
that dick.
Expensive.
Grey Goose on the rocks with a shot of lime.
Extra salt on the rim, baby.
Period.
She is a newly single mother, on and off again single mother to toddler daughter Ari. And her message has always been crystal clear. Disabled people aren't here to inspire you, and disabled people can be sexy. They can lead full, rich lives on their own terms. And the Rapunzel part of the Wheelchair Rapunzel username is said to be a clever reframe of the classic fairy tale. Instead of a tower keeping her trapped, Alex's wheelchair is her throne of independence. Cute, right? Huh? But as with all fairy tales, the story isn't always as pretty behind the scenes. And here's where the tea gets a little bit scalding. Alex recently launched a GoFundMe that isn't for luxurious upgrades or cosmetic living. It's a desperate plea for survival. She reveals that she was kicked out of the home she was living in with her 2-year-old daughter Ari by the family of her baby daddy because they were paying for that living arrangement. And why, you ask? Because she filed charges against her ex Noah, who happened to be their son, for physical battery, and this was said to be after and during 3 years of alleged emotional, financial, and physical abuse. And get this, apparently the baby daddy has never financially contributed to the well-being of Ari. In Alex's words, she held out hope that Noah would turn around and be the father that he had promised her he would be, but his addictions reportedly always took priority, which is a part that I find really rich coming from her, because she is also somebody who is having a rough time with their addictions and still struggling with them despite everything. Meanwhile, she said she was supporting both of them and their child by herself for the last 2 years through her social media career, all while managing her own disability. She said that because of her disability, she requires around-the-clock care that averages about $500 a day. And this is to cover both care for her and daycare for Ari. Basically just everything a disabled mother needs to get through each day. After the battery incident, apparently Noah was bailed out by his family, and that same family that was hosting Alex gave her the ultimatum of either dropping the charges or having to leave. And ever the predictable, Alex chose the latter and was kicked out. Alex says that the police connected her with resources for women in crisis, and currently she's reaching out to secure emergency housing for herself and Ari, and possibly getting a new caregiver. But she made sure to clarify that Noah has been stealing money from her to fuel his drug addiction, and has been violating the no contact orders. Seemingly, her financial and emotional situation is at a breaking point. In other news, there's other messy things that had went on during Alex's early parenting years that caused a lot of controversy and are getting a lot of looks now that this custody situation and living situation and all of these situations are coming to a head. Now here's where things really get messy, because if we look at Alex's past online and things that she's done concerning herself and her daughter and positions that she's put them both in, it gets a bit murky. And some of Alex's delusional followers are applauding her autonomy on this matter, arguing that her disabled status and her OnlyFans content are a form of empowerment and a legit way to financially support herself and her family. But believe me, a lot of people are side-eyeing her big time over this. And why? I'm not going to show the images because even the censored images are too much and bringing too much attention to an already disturbing issue at hand, and it's revolving the safety of this child. But her posts, especially those involving baby Ari directly, kind of blurred the lines of privacy and inappropriateness. Posting full and semi-nude content with a toddler in frame, covering said bits, it's just a recipe for a Twitter pile-on, and it's giving much unnecessary attention from people you do not want attention from. And this piled on with the more recent claim of her persuading a 13-year-old neighbor boy to bathe her and help her to bed instead of a professional caregiver. If all this comes out to be true, and if all of this is shared in court, it can be really damaging to any standing that she has in keeping her daughter. Not to mention, this is not the kind of headlines you want as a public figure. On the flip side of things, of course, Noah isn't staying quiet on the issues. Why would he? Both parties are very immature. He's been out here live streaming his version of events and claiming he's been unfairly cut out of Ari's life. And this custody battle isn't just behind closed doors, it's all online now. Both parties throwing public accusations back and forth.
Leave me alone. I don't know what her MO is, but she's a very evil person, and I wish I never met her. I wish I never dated her. It was the worst thing I ever did. It basically ruined my life. So now she's lying. She lies about everything. She's a liar. Why do people support her GoFundMe and not yours? That's what I'm wondering. Because like I'm actually the victim here. She's the perpetrator, and yeah, I got a beautiful daughter out of it, but she's not even with me right now. She's with the evil mother. So she is the worst person I've ever met in my life. And I think it's because she's disabled, so she has like this anger towards the world and wants everyone else to suffer like she does. So yeah, she like comes after people, and she's like trying to ruin my life, and like already partially has. And I just want her to leave me alone. Like, but there will be a CPS case open soon, I'll tell you that much. Like, and she's like posting my mugshots and shit. Like, what the hell, dude? Like, dude, you chill out. Like, really knows how to work social media. She's like using me to like influence her page and make it like more popular, draw attraction. Could have another kid without? Yeah, right. I wish she wasn't the mother of my kid. It's like the worst option. And I never understood why she had like these like hate groups and Reddit pages about her, but now I like 100% understand it. Like I get what they're talking about now. I never did for the longest time, but now it like all makes sense. Like the type of person she is, she's horrible, and I see right through her. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to find the mom. I'm definitely going to find her too. Yeah, that was ridiculous. The fact that she got away with that and got off on that. It's like the system's so fucked up. Like, how are you gonna let a disabled girl get away with sexual assault just because she's disabled? Ridiculous. Oh, no way. Yeah, get the police report. Thank you. That's what I need. That's what I was going to look for. If you can get your hands on that, that would be perfect. No, I did not steal her money. I told you she lies about everything. She's a liar. She's a pathological liar. 13-year-old basically got her naked, put her in a bath, I guess saw like all her lady parts, and yeah, gave her a bath. Maybe, like, I don't know what kind of bath it was, what went into it, but you know, I don't know the details of it. All I know is he gave her a bath, and that can mean a lot of things. No, I did not steal her money. Yeah, it is insane, and it's sexual assault. It is. And the scary part is she likes underage guys. Like, that's like her And she, like, all her friends even say, like, you like the underage guys. And I'm pretty sure she's even, like, matched with Tinder on some underage guys and, like, talked to them and all sorts of things. I don't know if she's had sex with any underage guys, but it's possible, I assume. But yeah, and then the next thing I'm going to get her for is perjury for lying on a police report. And that is a felony, so she could have fun with that. That girl's going to jail. It's funny because the script is going to flip, and she thinks I'm going to jail. She's going to go to jail for fraud, for sexual assault, for perjury. Like, she's got a lot of crime. Oh, I picked a pimple. Yeah, she lied for food stamps. That's another good one. Oh, thank you. I hope she'll be with me soon, too. How much does she drink? Like I said, like around 8 to 10 high noons a day. That's like 8 to 10 standard drinks. Yeah, I'm going to report her for not paying taxes for sure as well. There's like a form you could fill out. I saw it online, and I'll get my lawyer to help me out with all that. So yeah, she honestly picks the worst caregivers. She really does. Not good at that. No, I'll have custody by then. Yeah, me and DCP have already spoken, so he released my interview. So there's that. Yeah, I've already talked to the DCP. Don't worry. Yeah, she just won't leave me alone. For months and months, she was harassing me and Elise, like calling us, texting us, like getting drunk and just like spewing all this bullshit, and essentially scared Elise off. So that was the first. So yeah. Yeah, ultimately, I want my parents to get custody, or at least temporarily, until like I get on my feet. So. Yeah, I do need DBT. Alcohol was never my thing, so very, very weird. No, I'm not actively doing DBT. Yeah, I know, I do need to get a job 100%. Need to be in jail, and hopefully she does soon. Even prison, honestly. I think that's where she really needs to be. I'll humble her a little. A lot, actually. That's what she needs. She's the least humble person I've ever met. A really big ego. As well as her mother. But I tried to, honestly, one time press charges on her mother, and the police didn't do shit. Said, yeah, we're not going to arrest her for that, but you can file a report. It's like, what? She punched me in the face. Like, what the hell, dude? Yeah, that's probably what they'll end up doing, is like just putting her on house arrest so she'll get off easy. And she'll catch charges, but she'll just get to stay at home. Yeah, I don't know what she's mad about. I think she's mad at the world, but like she takes it out on me for whatever reason. And yeah, Jackie punched me. So, punched me in the face. Punched Alex in the face too. Nothing happened to her. Got off easy. She always gets off. It's crazy. And she needs to be in jail the most. And no one knows where Alex is. So, I think she's staying with her caregiver, Michelle. But who knows? No, I'm not on the birth certificate. No, there's not security cameras. No, Alex has not been contacting me. She did briefly, but then stopped as soon as she left. Yeah, I've done a DNA test. 99 accuracy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just walking in circles. I like your username, Toothless John. It's a good one. One time he was yelling at me and like getting physical with me, like chest bumped me, and then he was screaming and his, flipper fell out. It's so funny. Last time I visited Holland was when I was like 12. Reporting my live for what? Yeah, I don't do fentanyl, so don't know what you're talking about. Hey guys, John joined. Yeah, John's back. Yes. He's got nothing better to do. He gets off work and jumps on social media. No, it's John, 100%. No, she spent all that money on like, I don't know, going out to eat and stuff like that, and caregiving and having fun, basically. Oh my gosh. I'm not on the birth certificate because I went to rehab right before Ari was born, which was not a good idea, and she didn't put me on it. Probably because her mom influenced her not to, but also a power trip for her, so I could get her. Oh yeah, she loves me a lot. She says, Dada, Dada. Yeah, John, how do you feel about your daughter essaying a 13-year-old? What do you feel about that? Yeah, bro, she's made $8,000 off of GoFundMe playing the victim. That's crazy. John, you know a lot about DV. Give us some input. 13-year-old, not 14. Wasn't there, but I read the news article. That's all I needed to read. And from Jackie's mouth, she told me the story. Gushing blood out of her nose when you headbutted her because she was wearing a hat you didn't like. What the hell? That's insane. Insane. You probably were drunk, though. I mean, no excuse, but look like a ghetto drug addict. Yeah, no, she does need to be put on the sex offender registry, and she will. She will. All I need is one conversation with that mom. Yeah, apparently the mom was pissed. I think the police, like, talked her into, like, not pressing charges. They're like, she's disabled, give her a break. And Alex played the victim, boo-hoo, like she always does. And lies. Lied her ass off. If you don't know the story with the 13-year-old, just go to Reddit. That'll tell you everything. Yeah, she did. Yeah, tell him, Carol. Tell him. I can't confirm that, but I'm pretty positive, like, looks like her writing, how she talks. So yeah, those are from her. I don't think that was made up at all. But there's a police report out there, and I'm gonna find it, and yeah, see what's up. I always thought about that if John subscribed to Alex's OF. I have a feeling he probably does. $20. It's $20 for the VIP. Yeah, I do got a shower. I know, I'm capable of a lot, but she has a free one and then a paid one. She's got both. It's Alex mentally slow. No, but she's not intelligent, so there was never a mark, dude.
Apparently, Alex has a court date coming up related to the no contact order that was put in place. And Alex keeps telling us that he keeps violating this protective order, which is just adding pressure to this very public drama. So in the end, what's the takeaway? Alex started as a pioneering disabled influencer, turning heads for her honesty and advocacy. But now she's caught in a whirlwind of abuse allegations, evictions, financial troubles, controversial content choices, the safety of her daughter, and a messy custody battle. All while no one's really focusing on the well-being of the child at this point. What do you think? Is she a hero struggling against all odds? Is she just a flawed human being making questionable calls? Or a mix of both, or probably the latter? The internet is messy, just like life.
Hello everyone, Alex here, your Willful Disabled. Just to remind you that disabled people are hot. I feel like a lot of people these days just need that reminder in their lives because no one seems to actively acknowledge it. So I am here to remind you that disabled people are fucking hot. I hope you have an amazing day, babe. Wait, redo.
What's clear is that alone surviving as a disabled single mother at that is hard. And she's only made it harder on herself by having not waited to start a family before she was sober and in sobriety long enough to tell that it wasn't going to return, as well as getting into a relationship with someone who was also struggling with addiction. And these people just keep bringing their drama to social media and are not expecting judgment to come out in full force. So that's been your Wheelchair Rapunzel 411. A saga filled with pain, love, resilience, and a big old servant of internet chaos. Before I go, I want to give a huge shout out to my channel members, Emmy, Kalari C, Tiffany Joy, Big Titty Pretty Bitch, and Secret Squirrel. Y'all keep me caffeinated and a little savage. Until next time, babes, stay exhausted, stay curious, and keep those receipts coming.